have done every possible thing, from dancing to swimming, from acting to cycling. Everything I have done while I was perioding.
The Didi that comes to my house for pocha, I have personally told her to skip it during her periods because it's so weird that I can't make her do pocha and bartan.
Ajay, Devgan and Rohit Shetty rise. They look at me and they say, "What have you done? We have made a film for a vidva who cries for her dead husband and for whom Ajay keeps fighting. And in the end, the vidva is pregnant." What do we tell the audience? दुनिया को क्या बोलेंगे हम लोग?
Losing your virginity only after shadi.
नहीं, मेरा तो खुद का नहीं हुआ तो मैं क्या बोलूँ? Like it's a taboo.
Meet our new friend Salman Khan 2.0. You're a virgin.
नहीं, I am saying that like.
On the contrary,
I'm saying I lost my virginity before getting married.
Okay,
तो
that you're saying. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're okay with the thought of it. It's
okay,
chill.
मतलब मैं खुद example हूँ उस चीज़ का. और बहुत सारे लोग हैं, मुझे पता है.
Yeah, your take.
Your body, man, do whatever. Your body, and you're the owner of your body. You know, when I won the national award for Makdi.
Oh, you did?
Yes, she did.
I forgot about it. Congratulations once again.
I remember when I got my period, I was 12, and my father gave me a back rub. Thank you. There was no conversation. उन्होंने कुछ पूछा नहीं, कुछ बोला नहीं. मेरे लिए भी नया था. But he gave me a back rub. I had a lower back pain, and he gave me. My brother has bought sanitary pads for me.
Wow.
And हमारे घर में कभी भी sanitary napkin कागज में लपेट के काले कपड़े में नहीं आया है. It's not something to be ashamed of.
Hi guys, thank you so much for removing time and chatting with me. Super excited because one of the perks of my profession is that I get to watch the show before everybody else does. So I've been lucky and I've seen 2 episodes, but we won't give out any spoilers to those who haven't seen this. But from what I've taken is that it's fun. I liked it, and I feel after I saw, which I was just telling Sonali before this interview, that when I saw Jane the Virgin in 2020, I was like, मैंने पहले क्यों नहीं देखा ये show? Like, you know. But then when Oops Ab Kya came out, I was like, will this relate to our Indian audiences as well? But वो 2 episodes के बाद, I'm like, these guys have nailed it.
Yay.
So congratulations.
Thank you. This is the biggest compliment.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm conveying this. But there's one more that I have to tell all of y'all, and that is, कितने अच्छे से, especially the both of y'all have played Gujaratis. Oh my goodness! It's not easy. Like masti we can be like, yeah, kem cho majama and all of that. But trust me, it's not that easy.
Dude, I have grown up around Gujaratis. Like I've had so many Gujarati friends. I'm a Bombay kid. I've grown up in Bombay. और मेरा school कांदिवली में था. तो मराठी was part of my curriculum. English बात करते थे, हिंदी था ही घर में Bengali. But I had so many Gujarati friends, and I've grown up so much on Dokla and Undiu and hearing so much Gujarati that I can practically speak it as good as Marathi. Or maybe better, I feel.
Yeah, she understands Marathi perfectly.
Yeah, even with Aparaji, she was speaking Gujarati. I was like, I can completely understand this. So
yeah, and you did pull it off. You definitely pulled it off, and I have to say, it was such a treat to watch you. I loved it. So we'll come to more of that as well. But for you as well, oh my God, Marathi, Gujarati, ये हुआ कैसे?
पता नहीं, because मैं गुजराती समझती हूँ, but I can't speak Gujarati unless I've been taught.
Right.
So we had a trainer, and we were watched. We were corrected before the takes, but it was fun learning the language because it is sister concern to Hindi.
Yeah.
So you understand it, but to pick up to speak, picking up food and eating it is a different thing.
Yeah.
But as an actor, to pick up the accent was challenging. But I'm happy that it looks convincing.
It does. I think that's the job of an actor as well. So I feel like you're actually made sure that came to me as well as the viewer, not just as a journalist.
Are you
sitting
Gujarati?
here. No, yeah, I'm a Punjabi. But I've also grown up, with Gujaratis, and I feel they're such light-hearted people. And as ironic as this might sound, time and again, whenever I've had a serious problem, if there's somebody who's given me a very apt, happy solution to my serious problem, has been a Gujarati. Because I'm like, yaar, तुम कैसे देख लेते हो इसको भी positive way में यार? Every time, how can you manage it? But I think I have to give it to them in general as well. But you, my friend, if I were to ask you whether your character in the show is a green flag, red flag, midway, what do you think? What did you see it as when the script first came to you? कि भाई मैं ये role करने वाला हूँ, मैं ऐसा बंदा हूँ इस show में.
It's the greenest flag.
It's a green forest.
He's like, मैं darkest shade of green पे पहुंच गया, I'm the green. But are you that in real life? Now don't be honest.
little bit. I don't know that much or not, but trying to go towards that. Maybe you can say that.
Lovely, that's nice. So tell me something, you know, what I'm going to do right now with you all is I'm going to give you all, say, about 5 to 6 odd taboos which exist, and I want to know what you all think about it. Okay, like give me like a 1 line or a 2 line in terms of perspective. It's the same taboo for each of you all, so let me know what you all think about that, okay?
Cool.
The very first one is asking your boss for a leave when you're on your periods.
Is that a taboo?
Yep.
Oh wow, okay. That's my response.
Loved it!
Very nice.
I loved it. Your response. Asking your boss for a leave when you're on your periods.
I don't know. I've never asked. I feel pretty able, and
Yeah.
I have done every possible thing, from dancing to swimming, from acting to cycling. Everything I have done while I was perioding. So I feel it's pretty normal, and I didn't. If I was a boss and someone asked, I will definitely be compassionate and give that permission to that person to rest it out.
Absolutely.
Absolutely amazing. As a man, I want your perspective as well. If a woman asks a boss for a period when they're on their periods, what do you think about it?
If she's asking for it, then I mean, then like whatever the situation, and they need to, because there can't be one answer to this, but it depends upon the woman.
Let's say I was a part of your entourage team and I said, listen, I can't come today for your shoot because I'm chumming.
Absolutely, you send someone else, and definitely.
Can I tell you something? The Didi that comes to my house for pocha, I have personally told her to skip it during her periods because it's so weird that, and the pain varies. Like I know a lot of people like myself, I'm not very affected by it. My pain is out, you know, it affects me a few hours and it's very manageable. I've worn heels and saris, and again, you know, but I know people who have massive headaches, who have body pains, they get sick, and my Didi is one of them, you know, who works for me, my staff, and she does not, I can't make her do pocha and bartan, yaar. I mean, that's very human too, and it's like any medical condition. If someone's having massive headache, or if someone's you know, anything, it's just like that, no?
But if you had asked me for a leave, I would say, "Nahi yaar, Hesha, chalo hamare saath. You are such a sport."
Well, on that note, today is my first day. The world knows now, and I am a sport, and I am doing an interview. So, as you guys said, it depends from person to person. But yes, I do agree to you and to you and to you as well. Good job. Okay, coming to the next one. Okay, let me start off with you again. Taking a maternity leave and considering that to be okay and bouncing back at work.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it should be. I think, and I think it should be for both parents, but for women more, because there's so much bodily changes she's going through.
Right.
And the child is very physically dependent on the mother.
Yeah.
On both parents emotionally, but on the mother like directly, you know, physically. So I think it's quite fair to have a maternity leave.
Yeah. I want to ask you, Sonali, as an actor, when you were going through that phase of your life, was maternity leave a okay thing?
Well, I have to tell you a different thing.
Tell me.
Everybody was telling me to rest and, you know, get pampered, and you know, people like to look after you, and I used to feel very shy. I have been a very independent, strong girl. I've never asked anything to anyone, any help. I've never asked anyone to pick up something for me or pull something for me. I've done it all by myself. But I was doing Singham. Somewhere around my 3rd or 4th month, we wrapped Singham. My role was over, and I told the intimate team that, you know what, last day and good news, I'm pregnant. And they cheered, and if you know Vidhi, Rohit's chief, so she said, "Congratulations, Sonali." Cut to, I'm in my 6.5 months, and she calls me, there is a sequence, Sonali, and Rohit feels that we need to do that sequence. Otherwise, the story will not be complete, because throughout the film, Ajay fights for you. So there has to be a culmination. I said, listen, but I'm pregnant and I'm looking pregnant. And she came up with how, but why, when? And I said, don't you remember I had told you? She said, yes, but we have to complete the film. I said, what do we do? I'm looking fully pregnant. And many women are saying, Masis are saying, ladka hoga, ye bol rahi hai, ladki hogi, because I was really rounded up. Then they managed कि dark color की साड़ी दे देंगे, mid clothes ले लेंगे. We will try to avoid the full, we won't show you
Head to toe,
head to toe. I reach the sets, I change, and as soon as I was about to enter the set, Ajay, Devgan and Rohit Shetty rise. They look at me and they say, what have you done? We have made a film for a vidva who cries for her dead husband and for whom Ajay keeps fighting. And in the end, the vidva is pregnant. What do we tell the audience? दुनिया को क्या बोलेंगे हम लोग? So yes, that is my filmy story.
Happens. Yeah, that's I asked you as an actor, like how difficult did that get? But it does happen. But did you shoot it then eventually like that?
I did shoot, I did dub, I was working quite a lot, but after my baby's birth, there was a slight gap. When she was 5.5, I started shooting again.
You know, there are a lot of agreements, actually, actors' agreement that say you can't get pregnant during the shoot.
Yes.
I don't know. How do we feel about this?
You have to read the contract properly.
Or agree or disagree to it, like to sign
That's
it.
correct.
Yeah, but it's subjective from person to person. So I like the fact that you guys read the contract and then decide whether you'll sign it or not. But I have a little tweak in your question, okay? Like while mothers need their maternity leaves, I think fathers' responsibility is as equal because I'm a very gender neutral person. Talk to me a bit about paternity leave if you had to ever take one.
I think, again, there can't be one answer to it. It's whether you have a choice to do that or not. Lot of mothers, even after delivering a child, they have to go back to work because they don't have a choice.
Right.
They have to earn the money. I mean, I know so many women in my families, like there were not too many other women to take care of them. There was no ayah or there was no house help. There was nobody to help them. So, and it's a privilege in a way that if you are going to take a break, if you can afford to take a break.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to imagine a society where these kind of breaks are available for men and women. But looking at the population and the situation, the distribution of wealth, I don't know how much that is possible. But yeah, we can hope for better future.
Yeah, for sure. Why not? We're all in the era of change, and that's what we're hoping for through these conversations as well. Okay, the next taboo: losing your virginity only after shadi. You go first, Abhi.
नहीं मेरा तो खुद का नहीं हुआ तो मैं क्या बोलूँ? Like it's a taboo.
Meet our new friend Salman Khan 2.0. You're a virgin. मेरा खुद का नहीं हुआ. No, but give me a point of view. चलो.
नहीं, I'm saying that like.
On the contrary,
I'm saying I lost my virginity before getting married.
Okay,
तो मैं
that
उल्टा
you're
बोल
saying.
रहा हूँ, नहीं.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're okay with the thought of it. It's
okay,
chill.
मतलब मैं खुद एग्जाम्पल हूँ उस चीज का और बहुत सारे लोग हैं मुझे पता है.
Great. So, okay, we can move past that taboo in your case. What about you?
I stand for my character Pakhi. I like Pakhi's outlook towards the world and towards her own daughter Ruhi. And absolutely like Pakhi, I feel that emotions happen first. Your sentiments are more important than something called virginity.
Right.
Because at times you have to care for your young child, your young self.
Yeah.
That what happened to you is more important than what happened to one organ.
Right.
So we have to care for it.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Shweta, your take.
Your body, man, do whatever. Your body, and you're the owner of your body. As long as it's consensual, you feel it's right, and you are mentally at the right age and mature enough to deal with what you're dealing with. And if you want to, with feelings or to explore before marriage or at marriage, I think they're both correct. I know a lot of people who want to experience it only with one partner and they're in love and they want to be married. That's absolutely correct. And some people want to explore. Your body, do whatever.
Yep, love it. Okay, another one is gynecologist के पास तो सिर्फ शादीशुदा लोग ही जाते हैं.
Thumbs down completely.
नहीं.
Completely.
Love it, love it. नहीं जाते, exactly. Okay.
Senior citizens go. Kids go.
Kids go.
I think men should also go and understand what's happening, you know. Accompany your mothers, your sisters, your friends,
Yeah.
your partners,
Yeah.
and please be part of the conversation. It's actually quite wonderful. Don't be scared of it. It's very nice. It's pure science.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Also, men going to gynacs is considered to be a very big taboo as well. कि यार इसमें problem हो सकती है, ये क्यों जा रहा है and stuff like that. It's
मर्दानगी.
true. मर्दानगी पे question आ जाता है, right? Give me a
वो
take
नहीं
on that.
जाना मर्दानगी में question है.
High five. I know. Give me your take on this.
I have gone with my partner to the gynac. It was a lovely experience to just sit there. Oh, ये भी होता है. हाँ अच्छा ये चल रहा है क्या? तो suddenly I actually started feeling more masculine कि अरे bro तेरे को पता है क्या ऐसा होता है. So that's a great information to have. Suddenly in front of your women friends you'll get a lot of brownie points.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of good reasons to actually go to gynac for men.
For all those fishing for those brownie points from women there.
Absolutely.
He's
Do
given
it.
a tip there.
And not only gynac, why don't we go to sex expert?
Absolutely.
It's okay to go and ask questions, doubts,
Yeah.
queries. And you know they have answers, scientific answers. So why don't we seek
All of
correct
those.
answers?
Right. Last one. IVF या adoption किया तो पक्का लड़की में ही कोई problem होगी.
Big thumbs down.
Thumbs down completely.
एक तो it's you know it takes two people to make a baby. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Please break the myth a little bit. Talk to me a little bit about that.
I think this is such a sensible way out today for those who are not able to conceive or who are not willing to conceive for their personal reasons.
Yeah.
This is the best way out, and they still want to enjoy their parenthood. A kid is going to get a home and a family. We must welcome this change.
Yeah.
There was a time where everything was kept under the wraps and we were not told how the birth happened.
Right.
She went to her Masi. And where was the Masi? In America. उधर से एक बच्चा लेके आ गई. But we are not going to tell anyone. Why to do that?
Yeah.
Let's be open. I like so many new age parents who announce with grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, you know, we are blessed with a child in this manner.
Yeah.
So, welcome.
Welcome
Such people
change.
are much needed in the society today.
Lovely. You know, I want to ask, Shweta, starting from you first, you know, you were a child actor and in an industry which is competitive, where safety is obviously also very important, and not just our industry, I feel every industry safety is important. It would be lovely to know that as a child actor, did your parents sort of groom you and teach you a bit about sex education before you could be out there in a world and work?
No, yeah, I was 10. Why would they teach me about that at that age? They did not teach me at that age. But also, my parents were extremely chill. They are still very chill. My mom is my best friend and I talk to her about everything. If I go out on a date, she's the first person to know, not the last person to know. So, but when I was working on Makdi, the set environment was very safe. And I'm so happy that I had such a good environment to work with. You know, there was Gulzar Saab coming on set, Shabana ji, Makran Deshpande, Vishal Bharadwaj, his wife Rekha ji, their son Asman, and a lot of other kids, क्योंकि छुट्टी चल रही थी.
Correct.
So, you know, all the children were on set. And I think I'm continuing to, you know, with the same passion and love for cinema and acting, because my core memory, my formative years was so amazingly supported by my parents and the people I worked with.
Right.
Followed by Iqbal. Again, you know, Mukhtar, Subhash ji and Rahul Puri and Nagesh Kukunur and Nasir Saab and Girish ji and Shreyas. So I really got lucky, really got lucky that, and at home I was a normal child. Like, you know, when I won the National Award for Makdi,
Oh, you
That-
did?
Yes, she did.
I forgot about it. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Wow.
I was 12 and in class 6th, and when it was announced, my school teacher to principal, my classmates, everybody was, you know, obviously it was on the news, all over the news and all the newspapers and people sending bouquets and stuff. My parents were very proud and excited also. उस साल मैंने ना 6th स्टैंडर्ड में मैं थी. आई ऑल्सो वन एलिक्यूशन कॉम्पिटिशन. मैं सेकेंड आई थी और मेरे पेरेंट्स ने नेशनल अवार्ड सर्टिफिकेट और एलिक्यूशन एक साथ रखा था. They said they are both equally important. So I was so grounded at home, and there for them education and me living a normal childhood was more important than anything else. They said no to Rajkumar Santoshi's Halla Bol, Madhur Bhandarkar's Traffic Signal after Iqbal because they wanted me to just study. In fact, when I worked with Madhur Bhandarkar on India Lockdown, he joked with my mother कि अब कास्ट कर लूँ ना कि अभी भी 10th का बोर्ड चल रहा है तब तो कास्ट नहीं करने दिया तो so yeah, I'm very grateful to them and the people that I worked with, that I was even the culture at home, you know, there was music, there was lots of art. I'm trained in sitar, I'm fond of classical music, and I watch good movies, read good books, or at least read and watch a lot. So yeah, I think that environment is very important at home.
Yeah.
Very, very important. And I have a core group of school friends who know me before Makdi. That has not changed. So
and that's so beautiful, right?
They know me before Makdi. They know me before any of this happened. And आज तक हम इतनी फालतू बातें करते हैं ना, मतलब कभी-कभी ऐसा लगता है कि कैसी बातें करते हैं. But I think that safety brings a lot of awareness,
Right.
and that awareness makes you ready for the world.
Absolutely.
Emotional safety, I think, makes you confident, and that confidence gets you ready for the world. As far as sex education and dealing with growing up was there, my mother was always approachable. I remember when I got my period, I was 12, and my father gave me a back rub. Thank you. And there was no conversation. उन्होंने कुछ पूछा नहीं, कुछ बोला नहीं, मेरे लिए भी नया था. But he gave me a back rub. I had a lower back pain, and he gave me this thing. He got me milk, and mom was explaining me things and all of that. My brother has bought sanitary pads for me.
Wow.
And हमारे घर में कभी भी sanitary napkin कागज में लपेट के काले कपड़े में नहीं आया है. It's not something to be ashamed of. So I think I'm one of those rare 1%, maybe, unfortunately a very small percentage of women who's grown up extremely free, and that's why I'm very, very confident and bold in my way. Very traditional. I mean, I'll not discuss maybe as I said, I will not watch a bold film in front of my parents. I'm still very shy, and I have my reservations of कुछ चीजें नहीं करनी है parents के सामने. But I'm very grateful to them for I think a good life.
Yeah, for sure. I feel, speaking of the whole topic about periods as well, I feel much later, years later now, I see ads where the blood is no longer blue.
Exactly,
it's
right.
red. And I'm so grateful for that, it being red and not blue. But, I feel what's also very important to talk about is that in today's day and age, for the younger girls, right, like probably somebody who's between the age of 3 to 5, they have been taught about good touch and bad touch.
Yeah, that's so nice.
And I feel that is very refreshing, and hence I asked you that did that ever happen with you, where you were at least told and trained that, okay, listen, this is good touch and this is bad touch?
Good touch and bad touch, I don't remember, but knowing my parents, I'm sure they must have.
Yeah.
Knowing my parents,
Best
100%
part
they
of
must have.
today's times is it is not necessarily taught to girl children.
Yeah.
But also to boys.
Yeah, for
Which is
sure.
the best part.
Right. What I also want to ask is, as a mother nowadays, right, there's so much talk about, I think बहुत time से भी चल रहा है, but अभी ज़्यादा हो गया है, where they're like, if you're a working mother, you're not a good mother. These taboos are still existing. I want you to sort of talk to me a bit about that and debunk, the myth around it.
Is it really?
Yep.
Is it?
More than neighbors, relatives are concerned. People who are far away are concerned. We have neighbors. I mean, I have many neighbors who are close to me. They see me entering my building, stepping out with makeup, without makeup, oiled my hair, going for run. They have seen me in variety of
Looks.
avatars. And I see a few mothers admiring me when I go to drop my daughter to her school bus. But they don't have this question in their eyes that, oh, is she going out? She must be going for a party. Nobody has come and asked me कि उनकी शादी में क्या हुआ था. People are no more so inquisitive, thanks to internet, which is providing all the answers. But there is a lot of concern amongst women. This sisterhood I welcome. There are neighbors, distant neighbors, who ask me, can you rest, because there must be a lot of work, na? You feel so touched. I feel like hugging when such questions come.
Yeah.
Or I get tears in my eyes when, you know, some relative calls and says कि अरे मुझे पता है तूने बोला था ये shoot चल रहा था, but we had death in the family. How did you cope up? This maturity, I feel, is growing quite a lot, and no more we have bitches in the society as they portray.
Yeah.
Women are more aware, open, and relaxed about, you know, I have written 2 books. In the preface of first book, I had written that somebody is an engineer, somebody is a lawyer, teacher, doctor, anybody. I'm an actor. My approach is as simple. If my approach is that, then the world is the way you see it.
Right.
So for me, I have found such amicable people around me.
That's so amazing to hear.
Also, I feel that women really set the tone in an environment, whether it's in your family, whether it's your relatives, or whether, I think, even in your team, or your building secretary, or your school principal, teachers, your bosses, your first female boss, the tone they speak to. I think they really, really set the environment. And
Yeah.
I think more women are realizing that because I think more people are talking about it.
Yeah.
And I think they're setting an example for their children who are extremely vocal and expressive, and are, as you said, you know, internet is exposing the younger generation, the Gen Z, so much
Yeah.
that they can tell the right from wrong.
Yeah.
I think.
And that's a very welcoming change.
Yeah.
You know, coming to the show, I have to bring this up as well. When I was seeing, there was, what I really, really loved was, first, there are 3 independent women shown, minus the baggage ki, like, sorry to say, but एक लड़का चाहिए होता है life में हमेशा. While we do need the man, and man support is extremely important, I loved the fact that there was a beautiful camaraderie between all 3 of your characters, including the one who's playing your mom. When I'm coming to you and when I'm watching you, I'm just like, okay, this guy has some patience. Ki 3 years, I think you're 27 in the show,
Yeah.
and for 3 years you guys are dating and y'all are not getting into physical intimacy, which I feel nowadays men run away given the many situations that we all know that are going about. Loved the fact that that's subtly conveyed. And I also enjoyed where, you know, Javed Jaffrey is there. There is a whole, you know, nostalgia feel happening, जहाँ पे मुझे मेरे मम्मी के साथ बैठ के TV serials वाले days याद आ रहे. So it's such a light-hearted approach. Common question to all 3 of y'all. Now this is the way I looked at it when I watched the 2 episodes of this show. When the script came to y'all for this particular show, क्या visual imagery आई, क्या सोचा? Did you all imagine that a show like this, which is so light-hearted, yet so message-driven, what societal impact or dinner table conversations it can strike?
I think more than the conversation, like as an actor, you are trying to figure out where these characters are, what is driving these characters. Like, this was a very exciting thing that, like, Omkar and Ruhi both, they really feel they want to just like, intimacy is like an extension of their love in a way, and they want to go to all the extents of it. But now there's a reason, there's something. So like, Ruhi is a certain kind of person, and she comes up with this thing that I can't do.
Yeah.
And he agrees, because for him it's very important to be with her, so he agrees to be there. So I think what kind of love and affection he feels for her, that was a more interesting point for me than the conversation which will happen for people. As a character, that's more exciting, that like, what kind of love this man feels for this girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the main thing, I think, more than anything else.
Okay. For you?
For me, I somehow thought of this film called Golmaal, and I got the vibe of Amol Palekar, Tina Munim, Utpal Da Tera, because there used to be very nice family atmosphere.
Yeah.
Little money but lots of joy.
थोड़ा है थोड़े की ज़रूरत
थोड़ा है थोड़े की ज़रूरत है. So I just felt very good about what was happening in the show, because all the families are blessed with complications.
Yeah.
We say it or we hide it, but we are blessed with
Complications.
है ना? So this show made me feel like watching it, to believe that I belong to a normal stupid family.
Yeah, cute. Shweta, for you?
I think multiple conversation starters. The fact that you know, she is accidentally, she gets
Pregnant, yeah.
pregnant, you know, it's an accidental क्या बोलते हैं, insemination that happens to Ruhi. So, you know, even a doctor can make a mistake. It's of course fictitious and of course a fictional character hai, but is also human.
Yeah.
And can also make a mistake. That mistake can have consequences. Her accepting and wanting the child.
Yeah.
The people around her not judging her. The way the three women are in, you know, it's so personal. It's almost like you're peeping into their lives. You know, आप उनके living room में, उनके bedroom में
Correct,
जाके आप
correct.
daughter, mother, nani, इनके conversation सुन रहे. It's like you're there.
Yeah.
It's that intimate those scenes are. Green flag, you know, energy that Omkar has, where he's being patient, and for him the love is more important than. So I think it's a multiple conversation starter, not just with anybody also, but maybe it can start a conversation with yourself.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I think anybody who's watching it can also start thinking and have a communication अपने आप के साथ भी ना देखे.
Yeah. But well, thank you so much, because this is something that I'm looking forward to watch as well with the rest of the world on Feb 20th, only on Disney Plus Hotstar. Love the fact that it's so light-hearted and right at the start of the year, because we need it.
Yes.
So totally looking
Thank you,
forward.
Hesha.
Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you guys probably when there's a season 2 that comes out as well. Let's hope for it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
तुम्हारे
Thank
मुंह में
you.
घी शक्कर.
है ना? Chalo, very good. After party, maybe we'll be called then. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time.